Good morning, guys. So today we're going to be working out of the textbook. Hopefully you guys have been finding the beginning lessons on radius and circumference okay. Today we're going to be doing some word problems, so it might get a little bit more challenging, but I just wanted to go over an example here to kind of guide us through how some of our questions might look. So for the question we're going to be going over is this. A circular tabletop is to be cut from a rectangular piece of wood that is 1.5 meters by 2 meters. What is the radius of the largest tabletop that could be cut? So basically what's happening, we have a piece of rectangular wood that's 1.5 meters by 2 meters. So it's a little bit more narrow this way than it is long this way, just a little bit, okay? So it goes 1.5 meters this way and 2 meters this way. And the question asks, what's the biggest circular tabletop that we can cut out of this piece of wood? So essentially we're wanting to cut a circle out of this square piece of wood. Well, we might think, well, I want to make it the biggest that I can, so I want to cut it 2 meters wide. So I'm going to cut it to be that 2 meters wide and make it as big as I can. So I'm going to start cutting here to make it as big as I can. But if I do that, what's going to happen? It's a circle. Well, I'm going to run out of space when I cut out up here, right? I don't have enough wood to cut out that 2 meters wide. What I need to do is I need to cut it actually this length here. So what I would do is I would cut it and it would look something like this. Okay, so it looks something like that. Okay, and that way I do get it all out of my piece of wood. It's a circle. If I cut it on the 2 meter side and I try and make it this big side, then what ends up happening is my circle gets cut off up here and down here. The wood isn't big enough. So what ends up happening is I cut out the piece and then I have some leftover scrap pieces here, some leftover scrap pieces here. So what is the circle that I've made? Well, let's see. The circle is here, we see this here is the distance from the center to the edge. I'm sure you guys remember what that is. That is the radius. Okay, there's my radius. Okay, and my question here, go back up. What's it asking? What is the radius of the largest tabletop that could be cut? Well, what is this radius? Well, to see what that is, we need to look over here at the side. So here we go. We're given a distance 1.5 meters. But that 1.5 meters is actually this distance all the way from here to down here. So that would be the distance going all the way through. So that 1.5 meters, that's the distance all the way across my circle. That's my diameter. But the question isn't asking for diameter, it's asking for a radius. So as we remember from last day, if I have the diameter and I want to find the radius, well, all I need to do is just divide that number by 2. So I do 1.5 divided by 2, and that is 0.75. So that means my radius, this number here, is 0.75. And then I can think that through too, just to double check and make sure. Okay, so if this is the radius, 0.75, and this is the radius, 0.75, well, the two of them should add up to equal my diameter. So 0.75 plus 0.75 equals 1.5 my diameter. So yes, I am correct. So there we go. There is the radius of the biggest circle that I can cut out from a rectangular piece of wood.